EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the state of Florida and TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Here we go. Here we go. The hard. Ready? Come on. Check 24. Check 24. Kill, kill, kill. Wait, that.
Cook. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
Good route here. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Watch the shot.
Now Cousins. Incomplete. Right side to Cook. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. A first down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen.
Gun. 56.
On first down, Cook. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. On second down now, it's Cook, and he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Lets it fly for Thielen. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And a healthy gain of 8 here. They double their workspace out to the 16. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Down. 10-2 stop.
Hey, eat. I don't even know why this team showed up.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Big conversion. They were backed up deep to start the drive, able to pick up the first.
So the goal is at least a first down here, right? Pick up a first down, give yourself some breathing room, and if you have to punt after that, maybe you've helped with field position and you've helped out your defense.
And avoided a 3-and-out on their opening drive. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on second and 10.
Mike, 55.
On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. 2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining.
Pilot, 64, weak. Back. Cut. Ready.
They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing the ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Cook following the penalty. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss.
Check.
First carry for Amir Abdullah. And this looks a lot like the last play. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's tackled for the 2nd straight go-around. Great job by this Jacksonville D.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Watch the whip.
Here's Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down. We're scoreless after 1. The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. Bailey's kick is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick...
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Everson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal. After the sack on 1st down, Minshew. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Got it.
Alert 3.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Come.
Switch.
Sleep rip.
On 3rd down, Fournette. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the run, it's Fournette. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the 2nd half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the 1st half, maybe not so much in the 2nd half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up second.
On second and 1, Foles. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. The kick by Lambeau is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now a give running right, it's Cook. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Draw play, Cousins to Cook. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
We need to get the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to have a third down. Cousins. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Yeah, go, let's go.
Now Foles. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows He's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that track. Act on him. Really well done.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And 6 yards to go.
The Jaguars on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hey, Alpha! What are you?
Here's Foles. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And an alley to run. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings have taken the lead. So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, they want to just add the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down at about the 15. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Ready? 18, Gator.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 36, 36. Check 4, check 4. Check. Crunch.
Fournette. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Not the result they were looking for there on 3rd down. They end up taking a loss on the play. The only person happy now, the punter, gets to go out there and show Mom that he gets to play in the game.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll try and throw for it here. And he's got his tight end, Oliver, and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Oh, he's got some breathing room. For a Jaguar touchdown. Leonard Fournette. 39 yards as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And we are even at 10 apiece. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Matchbox lights.
They run it again with Cook. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. I like the occasional incompletion because I can go back and ask you more things. So we talked about MVP, Defensive Player of the Year. How about offensive and defensive rookies of the year that you see, Charles?
Well, it usually goes to a quarterback or a runner, right? And in this case, I'm going to go with the quarterback because he got the ball from game 1. That's Kyler Murray. He's going to put up big numbers in that offense, and I thought he looked pretty good in the first game against Detroit. On the defensive side, Devin Bush, the linebacker from Pittsburgh, got acclimated so early, and that defense is going to be good as the season goes along. I like him. I'm going to give you a dark horse. His name is Chase Winovich, the rookie out of Michigan playing in New England system. I think he'll make a lot of plays.
A couple of Michigan guys that you're giving the hat tip to there. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards from Viking territory now. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 24. Now a run. This is Alfred Blue. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
132 fighter. Oh! Get it.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette, his 2nd touchdown of the night, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They start the drive with Abdullah. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They go play action. Cousins. And that will be incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Easy. Down to hit.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Foles. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Linval Joseph able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4.
180.
54. Get that quarterback.
Curl. 54. Mike 54. Here you go.
Foles. He's going to wind up and air it out. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Go with 5-3. Go with 5-3.
Now Foles off the play fake to Fournette. And that is incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
They'll run on 2nd down with Blue. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Tonight, 380. 13.
He'll look to throw. He's got the hook up to Lee. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes that.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And the lead now up to 14. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Back to throw here. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own deep.
And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. There he goes left side. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Taking it in from the 20. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one goes for 36 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
To throw again on second down. Cousins. It was Quincy Williams with a tight coverage there. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Throwing his Cousins.
So what all that running room that he had?
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 20. And the return will stop right around the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here.
This is intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Jim.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cook, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him